Friends, gather round, for tonight we delve into the wild world of legal battles. Look, I promise it's more interesting than it sounds. TikTok, the app that's made lip-syncing and dance crazes a national pastime, is in a spot of bother. They're staring down the barrel of a potential nationwide ban, and they're waving their arms like inflatable tube men outside a car dealership, shouting, "Hold on! This is about more than just silly dances." TikTok's argument? Imagine a world where each state gets to pick and choose what apps you can and can't use. Need directions while you're in Texas? Too bad, Google Maps is banned. Want to order takeout in California? Say goodbye to Uber Eats. It's a dystopian digital landscape, and let's be honest, none of us signed up for that. We want our cat videos and viral trends, people. This whole mess started with Montana, a state known for its stunning scenery, and apparently its aversion to viral dance routines. They decided to ban TikTok, citing concerns about data privacy and national security. Now, TikTok is appealing to the big dogs, the Supreme Court, to step in and say, "Hold your horses, Montana. This is America, and we don't ban things just because we find them a little bit catchy." The Supreme Court, those 9 robed figures who hold the fate of the internet in their hands, now have a big decision to make. On one hand, they have TikTok arguing that a ban would be like trying to silence a stadium full of people with earmuffs. It's a violation of free speech, they cry, and a dangerous precedent to set. On the other hand, you've got Montana, standing firm in its belief that TikTok is less about dance challenges and more about data mining. They argue that the app, owned by Chinese company ByteDance, could be sharing user data with the Chinese government, and nobody wants their late-night scroll through cat videos to turn into an international incident. The Supreme Court is now stuck playing Digital Solomon, trying to decide if they should split the baby, so to speak. Do they side with TikTok and risk the potential for data leaks? Or do they let the ban stand and potentially open the door for a balkanized internet, where each state gets to play digital dictator? Montana's argument boils down to this: they're worried about your data. They see TikTok, with its Chinese ownership, as a potential Trojan horse, sneaking its way onto your phone and spiriting away your personal information to a foreign government. They picture a world where the Chinese government knows your favorite filter, your most watched videos, and maybe even your darkest secrets. Like that time you accidentally liked your ex's new partner's post from 3 years ago. We've all been there. Now, whether these fears are justified is a whole other can of digital worms. TikTok swears up and down that they're just here for the dance-offs and the funny animal videos. They claim they've never shared user data with the Chinese government and have no plans to do so. But Montana isn't convinced. They see the potential for abuse and they're not taking any chances. It's a classic case of national security versus personal freedom. A debate as old as time, or at least as old as the internet. Montana believes that protecting its citizens from potential data breaches trumps any right to scroll through endless videos of people attempting and failing to eat a spoonful of cinnamon. The stakes couldn't be higher. What happens in this case could have ripple effects around the world. If the Supreme Court sides with Montana, it could embolden other countries to follow suit, enacting their own bans on foreign-owned apps and websites. Imagine a world where the internet is no longer a global village but a series of walled gardens, each controlled by a different government with its own set of rules and regulations. It's a chilling thought, and one that has free speech advocates deeply concerned. They argue that a fragmented internet would be a disaster for freedom of expression, limiting our access to information and stifling the free flow of ideas. It would be a giant leap backward for humanity, they argue, and one we should avoid at all costs. So, what's the answer? It's a tough question, one that even the wisest among us, and by that I mean the folks who write the Wikipedia entries obviously, are struggling to answer. But one thing's for sure, the future of the internet, and perhaps even the future of free speech itself, hangs in the balance. And all because of an app that lets you watch strangers do synchronized dance routines. The world, my friends, is a strange and wonderful place. Please like and subscribe for the latest updates.